What's going on, y'all? My name is Joltage, and today, bringing you the final regular season match of, regular season LC match, that is, of SPL 7. Time goes by so fast, but this last game is a very important game for at least one of our competitors. We've got Madoka of the Ruiners fighting for their playoff lives. Literally, if she wins this match, they will tie their weekly series versus the Sharks and go into a playoff to see who gets the last spot in the playoffs with the Cryos. However, if she loses, the Cryos are just in, so she needs to win to keep her playoff hopes alive. I have no idea. I really wanted to bring this to you live, but I had work. So I watched the RU game leading up to this where the Sharks pulled one back to make the series 5-5. Then I watched the ADV game when the Ruiners took the 6-5 lead. And now to win the week, we've got Madoka versus Blarajan. So yeah, huge game. I really wish I was able to bring this to you live. I was really hyped for it. But I'm going to pretend it's live because I set this replay to slow. And I'm going to try and make this as live as possible. I don't know who won. Technically, Blara has no real reason to win this game, as his team is guaranteed in and guaranteed to play the Wi-Fi Wolfpack in the playoffs, so it really doesn't matter to him. The teams it does matter to are Madoka's and Star Masters, because Star Master is on the Cryos. Anyway, heading into this week, Blarajan is at 4-4. He's at 5-3, looking to looking to get the win and cement his place as the second best LCer of the regular season, potentially. Madoka is coming in at 3-4, I believe. But yeah, we shall see how this goes. So yeah, sorry for this long intro, but let's finally start to look at this match. Looking at the teams, we've got a really standard looking team from Madoka, which is interesting. She's a known innovator in the tier, usually, so this is quite the anomaly to see such standard from her. But we've got Onyx. His Drifling check is always nice. Likely download Pori, could also be wall. Standard Fu, probably pivot Vullaby. I could see Life Orb Abra here, though I could also see Sash Abra in order to check shit like Self Smash, Omanite, and Tortuga. But yeah, and then we've got Staryu, likely bulky, to help with Shelter maybe. Actually, you know what? Bulky Staryu is just the more popular Staryu. So that's the real reason why I think it's bulky Staryu. Looking at Blara's team, this looks I feel like this looks quite similar to Madoka's week 1 team. Maybe that's just because it had a Drifloon and it was super bird spammy. I mean, not Drifloon, Duo, and it was super bird spammy. I don't know. I don't remember if it's the exact same team. That was a very long time ago, 10 weeks ago to be exact. So yeah, but we've got some bird spam coming from Blara here. We've got Doduo, who is actually a nuke. It hits just as hard. Its Brave Bird hits just as hard as Murkrow's. Murkrow, as you know, is banned from from LC. It was banned in the summer of 2014, I believe. And he, as well as Doduo, he has Fletchling. I expect one of these to have like an HP Grass or something for rock types. Fletchling could also be like Overheat or something for steals. I expect one of them to be mixed in some way to help break for the other. We've got likely Scarf Mag, probably standard Krogunk being, just kind of bulky. Could be mixed, could be full physical, full special. Don't think it's nasty plot. You've got Stunky, who is there to deal with the likes of Abra, because, Abra's a cunt. And we've got Archon. I expect Archon to actually be defensive because the team is so hyper offensive in nature. I expect the Archon to maybe be an Eviolite variant. He doesn't really need more bird stab on his team. He could be I expect him to potentially be an Eviolite variant. At the very least, I do expect a defensive Berry Juice variant. And it will be carrying the rocks on this team. And likely, could be carrying Defog. Stunky could also be carrying Defog. Because, with such a bird-heavy team, Defog is likely to be here. But, yeah, let's finally hop into it. Sorry it took so long to get to this point, but yeah. Alright, so turn 1, we've got lead Vullaby from Madoka. And we've got lead Archon from Blarajan. I'd say Blara's on a bit of an advantage here. Madoka's going to go right out to Staryu, as Blara's going to set his rocks. I expect Staryu to just kind of rapid spin here. It doesn't really have a reason not to. Blara's going to switch out into his Magnemite, perhaps predicting a rapid spin. But no, it gets blown the fuck back by a Hydro Pump. It is a Life Orb Staryu, which is really scary, and I didn't expect it, but goodbye Magnemite. That is huge for Madoka. Anyway, out comes Stunky, who Staryu is going to rapid spin on, as Blara predicts the switch out and goes for Pursuit. Turn 4, he does get that prediction right and is able to Pursuit the Staryu on the switch out. In comes Mienfoo for Madoka, who does threaten Stunky. In comes Krogunk for Blar. I expect the knockoff to come from Mienfoo, but he goes right for the high jump kick, and that does a buttload. It is Life Orb Mienfoo making his first appearance this SPL. Holy crap. Krogunk's just going to try and get some last-ditch damage with the Vacuum Wave, but the high jump kick is enough to 2-hit KO. Yeah, this is looking really good for Madoka so far. In comes Doduo, who, like I said, is a nuke and is going to fire off just the Brave Bird here. Perhaps Madoka stayed in there to maybe predicting a knockoff or an HP of some sort. I assume a knockoff, but okay, Doduo goes down next turn to the Scarfed Vullaby's knockoff here. That's gonna invite in Fletchling, as I would assume, but nope. It instead is Archon, who is gonna get knocked off itself, and it is Berry Juice. As we see, who is gonna go for a knockoff itself and knock off Vullaby's Choice Scarf, so Vullaby can fire off another knockoff or perhaps a Brave Bird. And instead, Vullaby's gonna switch out for Staryu. Is on the assumed sack, I suppose, or predicting the Stealth Rocks there, as Blar does go for those Stealth Rocks. Blar's gonna switch out Archon for Stunky on Staryu's Rapid Spins. Madoka doesn't want those rocks up on her side of the field, but Madoka then tries to switch out Staryu, and Stunky's gonna Pursuit it. I'm expecting Madoka to go out into Vullaby here, as she does. And this is a pretty free Brave Bird IMO. Blar is going to withdraw into his Archon, who isn't going to take 2 of these, but it does outspeed. But no, Vullaby just goes right for the knockoff, and it is enough to take out the Archon. Yeah, Blar's only chance is if this is HP Grass and somehow he dodges a Rock Blast or something. He needs to break Onyx's Sturdy as well as Abra's potential Sash, but instead he decides to go out to his Stunky on the Brave Bird, who Stunky does live and is able to fire off a Memento, increasing Fletchling's ability to set up here as yeah, I expect Fletchling to go right for the setup, as it does go for the swords dance. Madoka's just gonna stay in and U-turn out. I don't think Fletch can sweep through Onyx and Abra. She's gonna go out to Abra. See if this is Sash. It is Sash Abra, as I postulated before the match, and it is able to live the acro on its focus Sash and take out the Fletchling. So Madoka wins the match, keeps her team's playoff hopes alive, and there will be a tiebreaker between the Cryos and the Ruiners. It should be exciting. I believe the way tiebreakers work is it's a best of 3, one ORAS OU game, and then each team picks a tier of their choosing. I don't know what the tiers are gonna be. I don't expect LC to be picked simply because both LC players are really strong. I would assume teams would want to pick something that the other team isn't as strong in. I think the Ruiners NU slot is like 1 in 8 or something like that, so we could potentially see like NU being picked. But yeah, it'll be a very hype little thing there. It's to fight for the last slot in the playoffs and the right to play to face the classiest in the first round. Bar really didn't lose anything by losing that match, like I said before the match, but he did by losing, he did make this SPL season just that little bit more interesting. So yeah. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like, comment with any feedback you have, and stay subscribed for more competitive LC content, including every single LC game this SPL, which there are only going to be like 3 more, guys. It's almost over. But unless there's a tiebreaker one, of course. But, you know, it's alright. I'll still have content afterwards, hopefully. But yeah, anyway, guys, my name's Joltage, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.